Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the rule well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect out there teaching this word in all sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially in these last days. And I want to open up with a scripture. As you can see, we're in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33. And it says, "Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore thou hast also taught the wicked ones thy ways." Okay, let me read it in the NLT. It says, "How you plot and scheme to win your lovers. Even an experienced prostitute could learn from you." All right, and this is pretty much, aimed at these sellouts, man. Like, I want to go into this guy here, Floyd Mayweather, all right, recently putting up, social media posts talking about how he stands in solidarity with Israel. You can see this particular caption was put up by Lively Stones of GMS, and it's entitled, "Floyd Love His Oppressor." All right, it says, "Floyd Mayweather shares message of support after Hamas attacks, which was nothing but a setup." And it's no coincidence the fact that, all these major mainstream media outlets, which are controlled by Esau, these small hats, are pretty much, pushing this to the forefront and forcing this down everyone's throat and before everyone's eyeballs to witness the shock and horror and the state of Israel at this moment in time in response to this, so-called, attack that happened over there in Israel. Okay, and every time you see something happen on mainstream media, we have to scrutinize it. We have to look at it with a spiritual eye, because ultimately, Esau worked through deception. Okay, and this man is known to be a liar. Okay, in fact, there's a scripture that goes into the fact that Esau is actually a liar. Okay, and all he does is lies. All right, this is Psalms 58 and 3. It says the wicked, okay, which is the nation of Esau, Edom, all right, starting with their elites, all right. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So this is what they do. They from birth, they go about on the earth, and all they do is speak lies. All right, and this is why the scripture says to never trust thine enemy. And you got these little puppets that they're pulling on their strings. All right, like Floyd Mayweather, all these actors and rappers and the singers, and pretty much Esau's got them in their pocket, man. All right, and whether they're summoned to dance for them, fight for them, sing for them, whatever, they got to dance to their tune. All right, or else they get There's a reason why these so-called you got a lot of talented Israelites out there that that don't even make it to the forefront. Okay, and when I say to the forefront, I'm talking about like the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's, and but then the guys that are willing to do the dirtiest things behind the scenes, they stay at the top for a reason. And there's a reason for that. It's because they are owned. Okay, Esau has got them in their pocket, and they got to do exactly what they want them to do when summoned. All right, and this is why guys like this are going to be used heavy, especially when it comes to pushing the chip, like the Jay-Z's of the world, the Lil Waynes, the Floyd Mayweathers, all these so-called greats, your entertainers, your artists, these people, these sellout Israelites, that are in love with their oppressors, man. Okay, they're going to use them to pretty much get you to do what they want you to do. All right, because you idolize these individuals, man. And the apostles been telling us about these stupid celebrities that, 1 minute, this so-and-so said he's an Israelite. We ain't even supposed to. Look, man, the apostles have been telling us that we're the Israelites. All right? The truth is being preached, man. The truth is overflowing, man. The living waters are gushing forth in these last days, man. All right? We don't need no, celebrities, some Johnny-come-lately celebrities. Oh, do you know what I found out? Oh, we the 12 tribes of Judah. All of a sudden, man. Come on, man. All right? It's bullshit, man. Okay, so what? You're an Israelite. Now what? You're gonna hold posts. You're gonna, you're gonna go to the camp. You're gonna start reading. No, you ain't gonna do that. All right. So here you got this sellout in love with his oppressor. All right. He says, "I stand with Israel." Okay. And predominantly, those people over there in the land of Israel, they are heathen. Okay. You got some of our people scattered among them, but the majority of them, the vast majority of them, are of the tribe of Amalek. All right. The head tribe in the nation of Esau, Edom. Okay. And these people are the same people, right, that have us in captivity to this day. But you got the sellouts of our nation that want to trim their ways to seek love. Okay? Esau, they are the basis of men, man. And here it is. You got the wicked of our people that want to trim their ways to seek love from these individuals, man. And that's why they're going to be ashamed in the kingdom. This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Now we tell you that you're the Israelites. The word Israel in the Hebrew, Yasharallah, which means he is the prince of the power, man. Okay? So we're the princes walking as servants upon the earth. See, the Lord, this is why we fear the Lord, because the Lord has actually put the weakest, the basis of men, and given them a power of the earth into their hand in these last days. But we know, according to biblical prophecy, that their kingdom is going down, man. And the reason why these things are happening, right, on the mainstream media, and why they're pushing all this chaos and confusion, which ultimately is the Lord, but we know that they're trying to, pretty much move in, and finalize their NWO, man, all right? Because they have a new world order agenda that they want to fulfill, okay? Which is for everyone to be chipped. And like I said, they're going to use these celebrities, these same celebrities that you see that are well trained, all right, in the arts of deception that Esau has in his pocket. They're pretty much going to use these guys to, like the Judas goats that they are, and they're going to use them, to sacrifice many Israelites, man. Okay, and lead them to the way of error, into the ways of error. But the scriptures speak about, if the blind leadeth the blind, they shall both fall into the ditch. All right. It says Floyd, he says he is now sending his private jet Air Mayweather to the Middle Eastern country to deliver food and other supplies, including bulletproof vests for the IDF soldiers. All right. So this is what he's doing, man. He stands in solidarity with our enemy, man. All right. And this is all at a time where you're seeing nothing but chaos, man, with the lack of border control at the southern border and over there in the States, where you got thousands of immigrants just flooding into America right now. That's all happening. That's all the web chaos. That's all happening for a reason too. You got immigrants boarding on trains and jumping over fences and all kinds of stuff. They're just letting them in. And there's videos of the soldiers just, fist bumping them as they're coming in. These Latin tribes that they're coming in. And a lot of them Latin tribes, they're coming in there. Some of them are coming to be saved, and most of them are coming to be destroyed. Because there's going to be many more destroyed than that will be saved. All right? But again, okay, you don't know who's who. To the point where you got all these immigrants running around now. They've crossed the border. And now, coincidentally, now there's a new boogeyman to be alerted on the worldwide stage, and that's Hamas. And now we're just waiting for the major, false flag event to happen in any of these major cities around the world, and they can just point the finger and say, "Oh, it's because you stood in solidarity with Israel," and so on and so forth. And then through that chaos, they can bring forth what? The order, which is for these people out here to be chipped. All right. So this is why we got to watch Esau and what he's really doing. Because remember, he works through deception. All right. He is the master of lies and deception. Okay. He works through witchcraft, man. And that media, the mainstream media, the platform that he controls, okay, that is nothing but witchcraft in itself. Because it's got people running around thinking about, these small hats. When in actual fact, man, like, these guys are the biggest devils on the planet. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not supposed to be ignorant to Esau's devices, man, and his plans and his plots and his schemes. We got to watch this devil. All right. And here you go again. You see, DW News, another mainstream media outlet, over 1,000 killed. They're just flooding these news sites with this information, man. All right, and whenever it's on mainstream media, you got to watch that. All right, this is from the DailyMail.com. Floyd Mayweather sends supplies to Israel following Hamas terror attack. So this is all over, man. All over the internet. Filling private jet with food, water, bulletproof vests, and more soldiers and civilians. All right. It says Mayweather arranged for a private plane to be filled with supplies to be flown into Israel in order to help those in need of aid. According to TMZ, the plane will carry everything from food and water and bulletproof vests. All right. For both the IDF and civilians. Cut off some of the wording there. I don't know why I done that. It says Mayweather also recently took to his Instagram to deliver a statement saying definitively that he sides with Israel in the ongoing situation. His post read, "I stand with Israel against Hamas terrorists. Hamas do not represent the people of Palestine, but are a terrorist group that are attacking innocent lives." All right. But at the same time, you know, you got these devils and how they're polluting the food, the air that you breathe, you know, that funded the slave ships. But that's not an act of terrorism. You got these guys that uphold Christopher Columbus or Cristobal Colon, okay, who was a terrorist himself. He went over, you know, to them islands and started slaughtering our brothers and sisters, man. All right, the 10 tribes. All right, but then we're just supposed to just sweep that under the rug and forget about that. You see, Jake's got short memories, man. But again, you know, these celebrities, they're paid very, very well in order to toe the line. All right. And there are dirty secrets that are, you know, being held over their head, and, you know, they get blackmailed and so on and so forth. And whenever they speak out or try to speak out, you know, they get silenced. Okay. Why? Because Esau's got them. Okay. Esau's got them. All right, but we're living in a time now where we got to be circumspect now more so than ever, because, you know, the cunning arts of craft and deceit and trickery are going to be increased in these last days on the left-hand side, man. And this is why the Apostle Paul said, this is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." So we got to walk circumspect, meaning look around us, man. You know? Peep what's going on around us, constantly being in the spirit. We got to walk in the spirit, you know, not get blindsided, not get carried away with what's going on the mainstream media, but filter that through this, you know, through the scriptures, and walking in the spirit and praying to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, to see what's really going on. That's how we walk circumspectly. It says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." And what's the will of the Lord? The scripture said the deceived and the deceiver are his. All right. So the deceivers, right, Esau, Edom, they're being used by the Lord on the left-hand side. All right. And you got sellout Jakes that are on their side that are being used to deceive the people also, to deceive our people too. All right. Excuse me. And that's why you got this boxing legend, Floyd Mayweather. He sent that his own, you know, Mayweather Airlines or whatever, private jet filled with supplies to help Israel, man. And we've been telling you that, and what we've been told from our apostles over and over again, our elders, that they're going to use these celebrities, man, all right, when the time comes for you to take their CHIP, all right, which is going to be quickly in response to the chaotic situation that they're going to have out here in these major cities. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. All right. The point is at the last part of the verse, but I'm just going to read it. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case." All right. Victuals is talking about your food, your provisions. All right. You got people that are thinking that they're in good case right now. It says, "Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." So right now, the people out here, especially in these, you know, especially when it is concerning mainstream media, the people are hella confused. All right? Because they're being force-fed information through these media platforms. And, you know, the average, person out there, they don't know what's really going on, man. They're not circumspect. All right. So for the most part, they just believe that the narrative of what the media is pushing, man. All right. Which is nothing but illusions and witchcraft. And Esau works heavy in that. The scriptures speak about that in Isaiah 47. That Esau deals with witchcraft, man. With enchantments. Okay. Isaiah 47 and 12. In fact, let's get that, man. All right. For you to be able to, alter the minds of people on a mass scale, in a moment's notice. You can't tell me that that's not witchcraft. This is Isaiah chapter 47 verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, the multitude of them, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. All right, Esau's been about this. All right, so Esau has been about witchcraft and sorceries and deception and trickery. Okay, and the ultimate form of deception he's gonna pull out here, all right, is for you to, have your fear manipulated in order for you to bow to his will into taking the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, the chip. Okay, and that's where there's all this confusion out here, which ultimately is the Lord that's doing all this, having all this confusion go out here, because ultimately it's gonna lead up to these people begging for peace on the earth. Okay, remember, there's a term called Hegelian dialectic, which means pressure from above and pressure from beneath. All right, and Esau's squeezing the people in between. All right, with that pressure, they don't even know what's going on, to the point where they just want that solution. It's called problem, reaction, solution, or auto-abkeo. All right, and that's why we have to be, circumspect and see, through the trickery that Esau's pushing out here, man. Okay, we have to be circumspect. All right. So pretty much, man, that's all I had. I just wanted to go into a quick video on this topic right here. I mean, you're gonna have the sellouts of our people, man. We've already been alerted to these so-called celebrities out here. These false idols that people, bow down and worship and stuff. But if you really knew what they had to do behind closed doors in order to stay relevant in the eyes of other demons that, that uphold them in society as some great individual, then you pretty much, man, you probably vomit, man. All right, and these people, it's all going to be made manifest. They're going to have their head down in the kingdom. In fact, let's go to Daniel 12. We can close out on that one real quick. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 2. All right, in fact, let me start from 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was. So that time of trouble's coming, man. All right, a trouble incomparable to any other time that there has been trouble on the earth. All right, a time of trouble is coming. Time of Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right, and the time's going to be so heavy that even Michael the archangel, he's coming back with Yahweh Shai. The scripture just told you that. All right, and Michael, he's an angel of war too, because the Lord is a man of war, and Micah Allah in the Hebrew means he who is like the power. So if the Lord's a man of war, then what do you think Michael's on? He's on war too. So this is why we're getting ourselves prepared, man, for the times to come. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right, so people like this, these sellouts, man, they trim their ways to seek love. They're going to be ashamed. All right? They're going to be ashamed. They're going to have their heads down. And we're going to have to, pat them on the back and console them. Man, it's okay, man. You didn't know, You just didn't know what you was doing, man. Don't worry about it. No, we're good now. We got new bodies, This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 5. See, although you got, these guys that trimming their ways to seek love, siding with the enemy and that and whatever, the scriptures tell us that these other nations are our enemies, man. All right, and our top enemy is the nation of Esau, Edom, especially Amalek. Okay, it says Jeremiah 15 and 5. It says, for who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Yeah, who had pity for us? Okay, come on, man. Look at the state of our people, man. We ain't never had a break, bro. All right, we're all up in the ghettos and the cargo slave ships, man. Auctioning blocks. Who had pity upon us when we was going through that? All right, but then they want to talk about 1,000 people. But what about the Trail of Tears, man? Okay, what about all the treaties that Esau broke with the North American Indians? What about that? What about these things? What about, yokes of iron being put around our necks, man? Who shall have pity upon us? All right, O Jerusalem, or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Ain't no one asking how you're doing, Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you're still being looked down upon like the scum of the earth, man. All right, like the scripture says, though you have lying among the pots, we're like, we're just like a dirty pile of washing in the sink to these heathen, man. They look down upon us. No one's asking how we're doing. But here you got this fucking Uncle Sam, he's taking his, using his Mayweather Airlines to go and deliver food and all kinds of refreshments and, bulletproof vests, in response to this situation. All right, or this psyop, if you will, because that's just what it is, man. It's nothing but witchcraft, and it's a setup. All right, and they can spin this whatever way they want to, man. Okay, and we're just waiting for the next major false flag event to happen. All right, because it's gonna happen, and then in response to all that chaos, boy, you just watch them. Hey, like the saying goes, never waste a major crisis. All right, so we're in a time where anything can just pop off at any time, anywhere. All right, and not only that, but even what's going on over there with Israel right now on the main stage before the eyes of the whole world, you're gonna have chess pieces are being moved off in response to this, man. Remember, the scriptures speak about the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's talking about Israel, man. All right, so things are heating up over there in the so-called Middle East. All right, things are definitely heating up over there, man. All right, and you're definitely going to see more and more action and activity happening over there in the Middle East. All right, because you got already... excuse me, you already got America. Biden's already came out and made a statement talking about they stand in solidarity with Israel, which we already knew. That wasn't a surprise. Over here in the UK, they're doing that as well. But in response to this, you got over here in the UK, you got protests happening, man. Okay, you got Palestinians marching upon the Israeli embassy, firing fireworks and so on and so forth, and vice versa. Okay, you got protests and uproars of the people happening in response to this as well. Again, more chaos, and this is what Esau wants. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse. Let me start from the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou shalt see as part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're coming to that time where the Lord's going to make his return, man. All right, so we got to be watching and seeing the signs. The Lord said, look, measure the time diligently, man. We got to be diligent in how we measure the time. And that includes being circumspect. All right, not getting distracted by these mainstream distractions that Esau wants you to be distracted by. Okay, we got to know, the be-all and the end-all is for Esau to set up the NWO and chip these people out here, man. All right, and to put a lot of you Israelites, in the ground. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So this in response to this, what's happened over there in Israel, you're seeing uproars of the people, man. So you see how this is happening? Okay, and Esau can do that overnight with his mainstream media, man, which really is the Lord that's using him to do that. Okay, so we're seeing uproars of the people in the world because the Lord is really stirring things up, the divisions, the anger. Hey, the Lord said if Satan's kingdom be divided, that kingdom shall not stand. So this kingdom is a divided kingdom, and it's on its way out. That's why the scriptures tell you Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so we're in the midst of a very divided kingdom, and it's on its last fucking legs, man. And the scripture says, terror shall make him afraid on every side. Right? So this is just the beginning, man. There's gonna be more things happening, and not just over there in the land of Israel. There's gonna be more things happening all over the world. Major cities, right? False flag attacks, man. And remember, the ultimate thing to watch out for is that mark of the beast, man. Yeah, we're obsessed with prophecy. Of course we are. All right. The scriptures speak about rather that you may prophesy. Oh, the scriptures speak about that. 2nd Ezra 15. All right, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, man. So that's what we're commanded to do. And you got guys getting, hurt because we're constantly speaking about biblical prophecy. What's the testimony of Yahweh Shai? It's the spirit of prophecy, man. Revelation 19 and 10. All right, And so this is prophecy right here. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. That's prophecy right there, man. All right? And if you can't see it, man, the Lord has blinded your mind that you can't see it. And for all these sellouts, man, the Lord, they're going to have their head down, man. All right? And they're going to be ashamed. So that's why you don't trust these celebrities, man. Don't get excited and hype. Oh, I found out I'm an Israelite and all these Kyrie Irvings and all these people. Fuck these guys, man. They're sellouts, man. All right? They're sellouts and they're going to be ashamed. And the Lord's coming back, man. And the Lord don't give a fuck, you know, how much wads of cash you got in your fucking bank account, man. All right? The scripture says, riches profit if not in the day of wrath. We're coming to the downfall of this man's kingdom, bro. All right? And that's where we're at. So with that, man, Kal Alim La, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakako Dash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone that rule well. And shalom to the elect.